Attention, ladies and gentlemen, this is your king, Antiochus Epiphanes speaking. Welcome to Maccabee. At this time, please silence all cell phones and other electronic devices. Flash photography is strictly prohibited. Thank you, and enjoy my show.
How does a Grecian earn his way in the world? There's a person I am certain that you have heard. His story dawns in Macedon. His father knows as his son grows ambition. Someday there'll be expansion in his vision.
So Dad brought him Aristotle, the scholar taught him. Go a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. And by 20, he got in the throne after his father.
And every day he trained his military to carry his name. Across the plains, his father's kingdom was growing. The seeds of the Grecian teaching that he was sowing would blossom colossally, his culture growing.
He builds an empire after the siege of Tyre. This kid saw the high priest his future to inquire. They took the book of Daniel, he fit the prophecy. He's the goat who would defeat the ram, Persia, and me.
Well, the word got around, they said this kid is insane, man. Lose the king of Persia, we want him to rule the Holy Land. You have our support, but just let us retain our faith, and the world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man?
Alexander Philip's son. My name is Alexander Philip's son, and I'm just the king of Macedon. But just you wait, I'll be great.
Conquered Persia, India, his men rebel. Couldn't quell him 3 years. Let us see Alex sick with fever, and he tells him no air. He tells his generals there, who gets it, says it goes
To the strongest.
and with that his life quits.
Left a power vacuum, his lack of communication made his generals fight each other till there were 4 separate nations. 137 years our faith was not controlled. Then Antiochus came to power with his pachyderm patrol.
We couldn't keep any Torah scrolls, our Torah scrolls were burned. We couldn't keep circumcising sons, and still besides he overturned our holy temple. Attempts of small resistance met with violence, but all of this is nothing, because most Jews are choosing silence. Silence! We have made it our abomination. Silent as the grave we are, no ounce of dedication. And today, in the court of the temple, he placed an idol of Zeus, one final disgrace.
An idol of Zeus, one
Just you wait.
An idol of Zeus, one
Just you wait.
An idol of Zeus, one final disgrace.
Silence.
Silence!
Just you wait.
Alexander Philip's son.
Alexander Philip's son.
Could we have been blind to see?
We have been blind to see.
Culture influence us until we lose our identity.
Oh, Alexander Philip's son.
Alexander Philip's
You
son.
influence Antiochus too.
To the legendary name, Antiochus once the same.
You make us Greek in all but name one.
His culture's like a vulture now, circling the
Just
air.
you wait.
Afflicting old and young, infant, child, and
Just
parent.
you
If the
wait.
pressure to assimilate is great, then who can bear it?
Torah scrolls are banned,
Circumcision
He
banned.
sacked our temple land.
killed throughout our land.
And all of this at my command.
And he does it all to emulate Alex the Great.
Who started all this?
Alexander Philip's son.
Judah, son of Antiochus, draft a letter for me to King Antiochus Epiphanes. To Antiochus from me, Menelaus, the reigning Kohen Hagadol.
He's insane, giving Greece control.
Hope you're enjoying the gold that I sent you, merely to stave off your rage. As high priest, I'm serving the king.
That's a thing?
My dedication is to Greece. Assimilation is a good thing. For peace.
Yo, we all know that Antiochus is the puppet master of Menelaus. He's holding him up by his strings. Hard to listen to you kiss up to the king. Hope you're enjoying like Belshazzar? Honestly, I shouldn't write. It just isn't right. You suffer our plight, you don't even fight, and you write you're the high priest.
High priest, I'm serving
you
the king.
Gave temple vessels of gold away.
Dedication is
how Moses must roll in his grave.
Assimilation is a good thing.
You know what would be?
For peace.
Fight for dedication.
For peace.
Fight for dedication. No, keep yourself from repeating.
Me.
Honestly, look at me. Please just lead.
Kohen Hagadol.
Don't you know Belshazzar? When he went too far, God had proved with writing on the wall that he doesn't like this kind of thing at all.
Judah, please.
Sir, I would rather be aggressive than transgressively make a mess of things.
Silence! A message from the king! A message from the king! A message from the king!
You say the price to convert's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cried like jubilant Jews when you heard the false news that I died. Why so glad? Remember you made an arrangement with Alex the Great. Now you're making me mad. Don't let this become an estrangement. Take my hand. You'll be Greek. Soon you'll see. You'll stop worshipping your deity. You'll be Greek. Time will tell. You will see how being Greek is swell. I've got games, I've got gods, and let's face it, you don't have great odds. But it's not war I seek. I've just got to say you've got two options. You'll be dead or you'll be Greek. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Why are you making this such a big deal? Your stubbornness is your Achilles heel. And stop your dedication. Embrace assimilation, replace old Judaism, embrace New Hellenism forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be Greek, there'll be peace. Once Judea is just another Greece. Persia, Mede, Babylon. They all learned the feats of Macedon. Empires rise, empires fall. Alexander did command you all. He was strong, you are weak. I will kill your friends and family. You'll be dead or you'll be Greek. La da 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 da. Everybody. La da 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 da. da, 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 da.
Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you are here with us in Motain Judea. Are you ready to see two Jews arguing? The issue on the table, Antiochus' recent act for erecting a statue of Zeus in the temple and sacrificing a pig to it. Assimilated Zimri, you have the floor, sir.
Wake up to the times, Gramps. Idols are the norm. Personally, I like to see my gods in human form. That's why we made a gym for wrestling and discus. That's why I got a bod like the gods of Olympus. Now, an idol's in the court, with Antiochus killing those who don't support. Now, come on, Pops, just relax and be a sport. You priests all think you're pious, but you're all just worrywarts.
Not true.
Oh, but you're too late to dispute. Already the Kohen Hagendol has paid tribute. And he did that with temple vessels. Don't challenge a Greek if you don't know how to wrestle. Assimilation is the way we survive, and we thrive. You just want to keep old customs alive. If you had sense at all, you'd see the writing on the wall and realize monotheism's got no job security all. You're a priest that's outstayed your lease. May Dionysus never grant your line a dynasty. Look, we tried your ways, and we lost. You think we'll still support you now that our lives are the cost?
Thank you, Assimilated Zimri. Mahajahu, your response.
Zimri, that was a real nice presentation. Welcome to the Torah. Idols are abominations. Would you like to join us or play pretend and hope solutions won't induce you want to save your skin? You mimic Greek and their physique, disguise circumcision and deny it with derision. Jew a new religion. All your blasphemy is perjury. How can you talk of human form after that plastic surgery? You only serve the guy in power. Hey cowards, the king's animal brings Zeus within this hour. And when the time arrives, who will you join? Choose the winning side. I hope you get the point.
Thank you, Mahajahu. Now, the king's admin will bring in an idol of Zeus to our village. So before we conclude, do either of you have any final remarks?
Most Jews are like me. Most Jews are like me. Ha 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 ha. Assimilation beats your dedication, cause we're the majority. Ha 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 ha. Such a blunder, sometimes it makes me wonder why Zeus even brings the thunder.
Why he even brings the thunder.
Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, Magic Yahoo! What you gonna do when they come for you?
I am not gonna betray our God. I am not gonna betray our God. I may die in the process, but even with the losses, I am not gonna betray our God. Why was I Maccabee born to see the temple of my people and atrocity? Why are we not fighting back as we ought to be? Must we sit here in silence with all this violence and ferocity? We're the chosen ones, a people picked by God, and so we cannot offer sacrifice to what hands have wrought. I'm just one priest, but I won't be shaken. Even with the other priests taking the bake in every city, those solutions pillage every farm and village. They bring out their idol image with all its sacrilege, and they kill everyone who will not obey. When it comes to every town, here's what they say: by the order of the king, worship or face slaughtering. They offer leaders honor and repute, and they grant the title friend of the king to boot. And so astute, when leaders fall, we follow suit. Then village by village, our culture dilute. But you can't harvest crops where the weeds take root. We need Pinchas, Elias with the sword of truth. And to me, he says in parentheses, don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually you'll see my son's legacy. We are not gonna betray our God. We are not gonna betray our God. We may die in the process, but even with losses, we are not gonna betray our God. We are not gonna betray our God. We are not gonna betray our God. We may die in the process, but even with the losses, we are not gonna betray our God. We're like Pinchas.
This Yahoo matches Yahoo Odyssey. His words will kill us like Charybdis from the Odyssey. Every Grecian knows you follow those who are in authority. So if he won't submit, then I will do it publicly.
Pinchas! That's what comes from betrayal. I wouldn't grovel even if you offered defrayal. I'm starting a rebellion, I'm starting a war, and I'm gonna prove my point with the point of the sword like Pinchas.
but we'll never be truly free if we're in bondage paying homage to idolatry.
Judah, give me a hand, father and son in this emancipation, dedication, acting as one in this Pinchas! Everyone, this is your chance. Be traitors or martyrs, I'm taking this stance. I am old, truth be told, soon I will end. My descendant is a hammer, and his hammer descends from Pinchas! Not gonna betray our God. We're not gonna betray our God. We may die in the process, but even with the losses, we are not gonna betray our God. We're not gonna betray our God. We're not gonna betray our God.
We're gonna rise up,
like Pinchas.
rise up,
Like Pinchas.
rise up,
Like Pinchas.
Pinchas, Chas.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
and we are not gonna betray our, not gonna betray our God.
My 7 sons, incline your ear to me. Do not forsake the teachings of your father. Let his kindness and his truth be bound around your neck. My 7 sons, don't follow heresy. The men who say, throw in your lot with us, let us kill and swallow whole just like Sheol, the world for just your soul. Oh, you fill my heart with adoration. I see his light in you, I see it bright in you. If you don't depart from dedication, our God will fight for you. He'll shine his light in you, so bright it kills the night. Don't fear the night, for as he said, let there be light. Don't fear the night. Oh, look at how they've grown, I am undone. My sons, look at my sons. I can't call them children anymore. They are so much more than children now. Oh, they're so full of kindness, everyone. My sons, and such light. I'm torn apart, each one still in my heart. I wish their father could see. I wish their father could see them now. God has dealt kindly with me. I hope that he'll set us free somehow. Oh, you fill my heart with adoration. I see his light in you, I see it bright in you. If you don't depart from dedication, our God will fight for you. He'll shine his light in you, so bright it kills the night. Don't fear the night, for as he said, let there be light. Don't fear the night.
Father! Judah, it's all right. I die in the night, dedicated to the light. You speak of Messiah. He'll be a light to the nations. His coming is so close now, but I fear for the people, Judah. We fight and fight to the death, and our people silently watch. I fear the light will come into the world, and men will love the darkness instead of the light, because their deeds are evil.
Don't leave us, Father.
Judah, now is no time to weep. Go and do what God thinks best. I am old and my wound is deep. Dedication's final test. I have no regrets. Standing up to their violence. Judah, you must not forget. Suffering grows in silence. Suffering grows in silence. Let me tell you what Kohelet said. All her lives are vapor fleeting. So when I am dead, just keep our story from repeating. We had lost our way, compromised with compliance, and I cannot help but say, all of this grew in silence. Suffering grows in silence.
The blood of our innocent cried out to heaven. One such was Hannah, a mother of 7.
In kindness, God blessed me with 7 sons. From the moment I held them, I felt they were mine. I saw they were mine. I knew they were mine. Do you know what the eldest one said when you burned him alive in a pot? He said, "What do you gain by this? We would die before we betray God." And one by one you asked all his brothers to see which ones would eat of swine's flesh. If they remembered God, they were burned to death, they were dismembered. Despite this, God blessed me with righteous sons. For despite all the torture and threatening, they lifted their heads. You heard what they said, and then they were dead. You killed every one. In kindness, God blessed me with martyred sons. They died in their faith while proclaiming the resurrection. With dedication, they didn't fear night. Do you know what the 7th one said when you would not relent? He said, "Don't think you're above it all. You won't escape God's punishment. You have deprived a mother of 7 sons. Don't think that you'll never regret this. God will ensure your death is a painful one, like Alexander. You. And now I will join with my 7 sons. A mother could not have been prouder, with eyes full of tears and a broken heart. So tear me to a part, you killed every one. Killed every one. Your gods have no place in my heart. Your gods have no place in our land. Our God will save us with his hand. But even if he will not, even if he won't, still we won't betray him. In kindness he blessed me with sons, in kindness he took them away. Our God we will never betray, and when I see Abraham I'll say he gave one. I gave 7 sons.
Let's get back to the Maccabean revolt.
Please.
How does a Grecian earn a brow of concern? War letters drone on. More of Judah, Antiochus' son. Watch this Hasmonean, Maccabean, loudmouth bother become the next replacement of his father. Antiochus blessed his sons with one last speech, and Judah, like his father's, got a gift to preach. 'Cause just before each battle he prattles of dedication. And why do we always listen? Because we're always getting victories! We defeat the Greeks at Lebanon. Victories! And another one at Beth-Horon. Victories! Antiochus is super miffed by this. He sends out half his army with a Grecian man named Lysias.
That's true.
Now, Holofernes, a captain too. He besieges Bethulia, home of many Jews. Hey, Holofernes, they say, is real ruthless.
I think you'll learn not to mess with a Jewess.
Hey, 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 hey.
Ooh, I just decapitated you. Hey, hey, ooh, I just decapitated you. You've become headless. I fasted and I prayed and was dedicated. You're headless. The captain has become the decapitated. I have never been the type to try and grab the spotlight. You besieged our city out of water on a hot night, feasting with your soldiers, you were laughing about our doom. Then I walked in and your heart went boom. I'd caught your eye from the side of the foyer. You had no idea I'd be your destroyer. Grind to the rhythm as you whine and dine. You dismissed the enlisted and said she's mine. Ooh, so I make my way across the room to you. I wait until they leave, it's only me and you. I grab your heavy sword, I'm thinking I'm through. You look back at me and suddenly you're headless. I fasted and I prayed and was dedicated. You're headless. The captain has become the decapitated. You're so dead to me. You're so dead to me. Headless. The captain has become the decapitated.
Who is that woman?
I'm about to change your life.
Then by all means, you can stay.
My name's Judith. It's an honor to meet you.
Judith?
I'm Jewish. Please, teach me your Grecian ways.
If the gods only made this war for us to meet, I'll give them praise. Give us some space!
Somewhat later we're chatting and we're drinking, showing off your prowess, the amount of it you're drinking. Laughing and relaxing, wait until you let your guard down. Wait and watch and listen till no witnesses are around. Somewhat later your head begins nodding. The wine has finally worked its work upon your noggin. I'm dying inside as you slouch beside, and I'm trying not to cry, cause there's nothing that Hashem can't do. My arms are reaching for the sword that's next to you. I panic for a second thinking I'm through, but I grip the hilt and pray be true. With a miracle from God you're headless. I fasted and I prayed and was dedicated. You're headless. The captain has become the decapitated. Just like El, just like El. Headless. The captain has become the decapitated.
They say the head of my captain was cut off and taken away. Is that true? I wasn't aware that was something a woman could do. I'm confused. When Alexander had commanded, he wasn't refused. Now my ego is bruised. A manly response is required. So, what should I use? What? War elephants. Elephants, that's the key. They will learn to show respect to me. And they weigh 4 tons. Is that right? Give or take. Oh, those Jews have made a huge mistake. Empires rise, empires fall. With my elephants, they'll all look small. Hear them scream, watch them run. They will see what comes of dedication. Gods above, this will be fun. Da 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 da. Seleucid war elephants. Good luck.
The Battle of Emmaus. 165 BC.
Judah Maccabee!
The hammer!
That's me!
They have 10,000 men.
We only have 3.
Are you saying it's the end? Are you saying we're done?
Now we have enough men.
God only needs one!
So what happens if we win?
We get Jerusalem, then we dedicate the temple, make it clean again.
Though we're only 3,000.
They outnumber us.
We will rise to the challenge!
Rise like Pentecost!
We are not gonna betray our God! We are not gonna betray our God! We may die in the process of evil with the losses. We are not gonna betray our God! We are not gonna betray our God!
Pray, great miracle happens here!
A miracle happens here!
There at the plains of Emmaus comes the enemy. Mine are in the mountains. I look out. Will this be the end of me? If this is the end of me, at least I have my God with me. Weapon in my hand, my command, and my men with me. Then I remember my father had died for me. Dying, fighting, leaving all of us a legacy. Gotta go, going back to the crowd. Gotta fight for Mountain Yahoo, gotta make Dad proud! We will split our force in half! What? Split our force in half! One snake's around the enemy, the other runs back. When they see you retreat, they'll let the charge slack. We won't turn and remeet with a double attack. We will fight them here, in the mountains, our element. It's either that or meet the business end of an elephant. Wait until their camp's on fire, got it?
Camp's on fire.
You have your orders now.
One can't fire.
And so the Battle of Emmaus begins with one force scattered to the winds. I myself in 1500 sneak behind the Greek lines.
Set their tents on fire, meeting them from behind.
Once my other half looks at the flames, we wrestle with the Greeks like they're Olympic Games. Will Antiochus fight us like this?
In a way far away, cause he's fighting pestilence!
He bragged to make Jerusalem a graveyard, and as he spoke, I got smote him, and he smote him hard.
What?
This man defiled the temple with the guts of swine. Now his guts will learn the meaning of vengeance is mine. Because he fought against the God who made the Aegean, he learned to cower to more power than Olympian. The God of Abraham, he needs no introduction. If he knocks you down, you do not get back up again.
After the battle is over, our enemy retreats into the west.
They fled, every one, into the land of strangers.
And just like that, it's over. We tend to our wounded. We count our dead.
Jew and Greek soldiers wonder alike if this means no more fighting.
Just you wait.
We can see our temple in the distance. We can see Judah Maccabee smile. We take the spoils of war up to Jerusalem. Our hearts rejoice in every mile. Children, men, and women flood the streets. There are screams and shofars ringing. And as our fallen foes retreat, they can hear this song we're singing.
Nes Gadol Hayapo, Nes Gadol Hayapo, Nes Gadol Hayapo, Nes Gadol Hayapo.
Emancipation through dedication. Gotta dedicate the temple, give the victory to God. We won! We won! We won! We won!
Nes Gadol Hayapo.
They say that God of yours struck me, my organs are wasting away. In pain, just like Alexander, but much less command and less fame. I'm so blue. I lost a great army by only a handful of you. You were mine to subdue. Well, you celebrate dedication. I've got one last statement for you. You're alone, don't you see? You just multiplied your enemies. You're alone, by yourself. Who will save you when you pray for help? Empires rise, empires fall. Do you think that you can take them all? Syria, Greece, Egypt, Rome. If there's one thing that's for certain, you can't do this on your own. Da 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 da. You're all alone.
I see our temple in disorder.
I see our temple in disorder.
There's only oil for one night.
There's only oil for one night.
Let's dedicate, put things in order.
Let's dedicate, put things in order.
And as he said, let there be light.
Hey, look at that. It's still alight.
Hey, look at that. It still shines bright.
Hey, look, it's lasting for 8 nights.
Nes Gadol Hayasham. You cannot negate his works are great. He demonstrates he's gracious. Nes Gadol Hayapo. And we'll let our children know this was the place he saved us.
Nes Gadol Hayasham. You cannot negate his works are great. He demonstrates he's gracious.
We'll dedicate it with these lights.
Nes Gadol Hayapo.
And we'll let our children know this was the place he saved us.
We'll dedicate it for a night.
This was the place he saved us. Nes Gadol Hayasham.
We'll dedicate it with these
Nes
lights.
Gadol Hayapo.
We'll Hanukkah it for a
We'll
night.
Hanukkah it for a night. Let me tell you what Kohelet says. All our lives are vapor fleeting. So when we are dead, who keeps our story from repeating?
Judah's men were few. There were many other Jews who stayed silent, and did not join him, and did not fight, and did not care.
Who keeps our story from repeating?
Antiochus only got this far because we permitted him to. Assimilation was easy for us because it didn't take any effort. It only took effort to fight back.
Who keeps our story from repeating?
Every time a leader rises, we just obey. Every time oppression rises, we look away.
And if an Antiochus arises, who keeps our story from repeating?
From repeating, from repeating.
Hanukkah!
We made this festival so we won't forget.
Hanukkah!
We made a festival of lights. We celebrated for 8 nights. We won't forget.
Hanukkah!
Write down what happened and tell our children these stories.
Keep them from repeating.
As children, remember them every year. Every generation, let door of our door each sharing their lives. And every year they give us hope to keep our story from repeating. And so even in our people's darkest times, there's light in our hearts, we hope in the light. But we're still not through. What else can we do to keep our story from repeating? Hashem in His kindness, He gives us what we always needed. He gives us His light. His light, it shines out in the darkness.
Keep it from repeating.
Darkness, it can't comprehend it. Though darkness tries, it will not overpower His light. He is the true light. He came into this world to keep this from repeating. Oh, can I tell you the name of this light? Yeshua. It promised He'd be a light to the nations. Yeshua is the light to the nations. He's the glory of Israel. This light we had killed in our anger. He bled for us and died. And He rose again to give us hope again, to keep this from repeating. Then be your shamish tonight. Allow Him to give you His light.
Keep it from repeating.
Light.
Keeps our story from repeating.